Hey guys, alright, so this is kind of an updated fitness routine. I know I did one a while back, but this time I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. I'm going to actually show you some of my favorite moves. I'm going to include my favorite Instagram fitness people that I follow, my playlist, my workout playlist, all of that, so stay tuned. Starting off with how often do I work out? I try and work out 6 days a week, and that's my goal. That's my ambition, is to work out 6 days a week, but you know, life gets in the way a lot, and you know, I don't do it 6 days a week every week, but that is my goal. And how I split up my days is every day I kind of rotate cardio and muscle. So I'll do one day that's muscle training, and then I'll do one day that's strictly cardio. I definitely listen to my body. I do not keep myself on a super strict regimen. If you really listen to your body, it will tell you what it wants to do. And if you're super sore, you know, if I wake up and I'm like, oh, my muscles, I'm like, okay, either I won't work out at all, or I'll just do, you know, like a light cardio. So for muscle training, I am a huge fan of Kayla. Again, I don't know, you know her name, it's Steins, you know who I'm talking about, you know, Sweat with Kayla. I use the Sweat with Kayla app, and I've done a full 12 weeks where I followed the program every single day, you know, like how it is in the app, and I loved it, but it's a big commitment, and I feel like now that I've done a full 12 weeks really committed, I can almost just kind of pick and choose which muscles I like, which programs I like from that program, and I think, you know, one day maybe I'll go back to doing the full 12 weeks, like, you know, right on target again. But right now I just kind of like go through the app and I'm like, you know what, I want to do an arms and abs day, and so I'll just do that. That is an app that I use for muscle training, and then for cardio I use the Nike Run app because I'm actually running again. I went through a long phase where I didn't after I ran my first 10K, but now I am prepping for a half marathon. I'm not nervous about it. Alright, so let's talk about fitness results. I read this quote that it takes 4 weeks of a really, you know, active time, 4 weeks where you're really going for it, really trying to see a difference in yourself. And then it takes 8 weeks for your friends and family to see a difference in your fitness, you know, physique. And then it takes 12 weeks for the rest of the world to see your fitness transformation. I'm about that, I'm about seeing results, but also working out is about just living a life that is healthy and rewarding your body with exercise, and you don't want to beat yourself up over like, oh, well, I'm not seeing results in 4 weeks and like I'm doing something wrong, like, you know, I'm trying so hard, blah, blah, blah. There's this quote, it is so accurate in any fitness journey, and it is, your best weight is whatever weight you reach when you're living the healthiest life you actually enjoy. Keyword, or words, actually enjoy. This is so important, and you know, you have to enjoy your life, you have to. And if you're like, oh, I didn't run today, or like, oh, I'm not seeing results like all these other girls on Instagram in 4 weeks, blah, 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 you're not enjoying your life, you're not enjoying the journey, and you should just kind of keep going and celebrate it, and your journey is going to look very different from everybody else's, and nobody's is going to look the same. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys access to my workout playlist. This workout playlist I've been curating for over a year. But I'm giving it to y'all. This is a big deal because there's some songs that I'm like, you know what, I'm kind of ashamed that this gets me hyped, but it gets me hyped, so maybe it'll get you hyped to work out too. You can check it out on our Spotify. That's Spotify, just, you know, type in Megan and Liz. You will find it under Liz's workout. And another thing that I do to stay inspired is I follow a lot of fitness accounts. Alright, so the accounts I follow that keep me inspired on the daily are Lexi's Fit Life, Jumping Jack Jules, Fit_fam, but it's like PHAM. This girl I really like, I don't really know how to say her Instagram name, but it's like Julie, A-L-E-D, Ald, I guess that's her last name. Julie Ald Better. and then My Sweat Life. And if you don't follow these ladies, you know, I recommend. They'll keep you inspired and, you know, they post some great tips. Alright, so I'm gonna answer some questions from Twitter that y'all tweeted into me. The first one is from Sierra. She asked, how do you feel confident in the weight section of the gym because she's so small? You know, this is actually a big thing for me that I am still conquering. Like, it's hard to go in the weight section of the gym as a woman and as, you know, somebody who's not like ripped like the rest of like the massive guys that are in the gym section. But you've just got to keep in mind that, you know what, you walk through the doors, you pay a membership just like everybody else, and you may not be, you know, lifting the biggest weights, so you may not totally know what you're doing, but like that's why you're there, and you're on a journey. And if you're worried about the big fitness guys who are like gonna judge you, like let them judge you, because you're a rock star in the weight section. So bye. At Yes Girl Demi, yes girl, she said favorite cardio workouts apart from running. I'm really into boxing recently, kickboxing. I go to a heated kickboxing class, which is intense. It's an intense cardio workout, but it's great. At All2Kayla asked me, how do you not get bored in yoga? Because yoga is really boring. Actually, a lot of my friends ask me this too. Even Megan is not a huge fan of yoga because it gets boring. And I do think that yoga is something that you either love it or you don't. But if you're really trying to love it, you should try different kinds of yoga. Like there's Hot 26, there's normal yoga, there's restorative yoga, there's vinyasa yoga. There's so many different kinds of yoga. Maybe you just haven't found the one that really gets ya. Lauren at Out of the Woods, she asked, how do you motivate yourself to work out early in the morning? You know, it's hard. It ain't easy. Getting out of bed in the morning is like the hardest thing, especially when you're like, oh, I could sleep. I could sleep for another 2 hours. But one thing that I found that really helps me is I sleep in my workout clothes. If it's like a really early class and I know that I'm not gonna do it, that saves you one huge step. You're just like, you just literally wake up and you're like, okay, I'm ready. And you just go and you're basically asleep the whole class or the whole workout, but you're like, then you get back and you're like, oh, I did it. And then also, when you work out early in the morning, you don't have to worry about it the rest of the day. You are up, you did it, your workout is out of the way, and then you can continue to just have a fun day and eat extra because you're like, I worked out this morning, I deserve it. So that's also a motivator. Alright, so my favorite ab exercise I actually learned from Amber Fillerup on her Instagram story. No exaggeration, and it works. It is killer. Start on your backs, obviously, like most ab exercises, and then you put one knee up and hold it like this, hands behind your head, and you lift this leg up, but keep it straight and put this elbow to your knee, like that. That's one, just like that. But when you get to 10, it gets hard to keep that leg straight and this knee up. And switch. Like that. Alright, my favorite arm exercise is just a good old-fashioned push-up. You can do them on your knees or you can do them just regular. This is how you do on your knees. Alright, so my favorite leg / butt exercise is a fire hydrant. So you're on your hands and knees like this. You keep your core really straight and keep your leg right in the middle and lift one leg up. Like if you were a dog being on a fire hydrant. But then you can also kind of extend it and make it harder on yourself if you want to lift up and kick your leg out and then do pulses or circles. You feel that really quick. My favorite full body exercise that I love, hate, is a burpee. If you've ever done one, you know that it is awesome and awful at the same time, and it looks like this. You jump, you get down, and you jump back up, just Some people do a push-up at the bottom. I'm like jumping up and getting down is hard enough on its own, so that's my kind of work. And also, P.S., this is our studio. Here it is. Alright, well, I hope you guys liked this video. Hope you got some nice tips. Thank you for watching and enjoy your fitness journey. You know, this is about you and your relationship with your body, and it should be a celebration and it should be fun, and you should enjoy yourself and try new things and, you know, feel really good about yourself. So that's what this whole thing is about. So here's to you and your fitness journey, and we'll see you next time.